Welcome to Bollywood Deep Dive from IndiaReview.com, your daily Bollywood news. Let's get into it.
Let's. And we are starting today with some serious, and I mean serious, power couple goals. The headline is just fantastic. Ranveer Singh and Deepika Padukone rule 4 of the 10 spots in the highest-grossing Bollywood films of all time.
4 out of 10. That is staggering. When you think about the sheer volume of films made, to have that kind of dominance is it's a testament to their individual star power, but also the magic that happens when they are on screen together.
Absolutely. It's not just about their off-screen relationship translating to on-screen chemistry. It's about the massive, event-level films they choose to do together. We're talking about projects like Padmavat, Bajirao Mastani. These aren't your quiet little romantic comedies. These are historical epics that demand you go to the theater.
They really are. And it proves that audiences are willing to invest when the scale and the story and the star power all align. It's a very specific formula, and they, along with directors like Sanjay Leela Bhansali, have absolutely perfected it. 40% of the top 10 all-time list, that's not a coincidence, that's a strategy.
It is, and it's a strategy of quality over quantity, at least when it comes to their joint projects. They don't oversaturate the market with their pairing, so when they do come together, it feels like an unmissable event.
Speaking of unmissable events and box office domination, another name is right there at the top. Alia Bhatt. The projections are in, and with her next film, Alpha, she is all set to cross the 1,100 crore mark globally at the box office.
1,100 crore. That is just mind-boggling. It speaks to her incredible consistency and her very, very smart script choices. She has this amazing ability to balance these huge, commercial, larger-than-life films with smaller, content-driven stories where she really gets to show off her acting chops.
She really does. From Gangubai Kathiawadi to Brahmastra to her Hollywood debut, she's building a global career. And the number isn't just a number, right? It reflects an audience trust. People trust that an Alia Bhatt film is going to be worth their time and money, and that's a reputation you have to earn, film by film. It is. And she started so young, and she's just built this career with such intelligence. It feels like she has this incredible team around her, and she has this incredible instinct for what will work, not just for the box office, but for her as an actor. Crossing that 1,100 crore mark is a huge milestone, and honestly, it feels completely deserved. Completely. It's just amazing to see these women at the top of their game, just consistently breaking records. It's fantastic. It really is. Now, from one kind of royalty to the king himself, we have a classic Shah Rukh Khan story that has resurfaced, and it is just delightful. I love Dews. I live for these little anecdotes. It's the one where a fan mistook him for Akshay Kumar. He tells the story himself, where a woman came up to him and said, "I'm a very big fan of yours." And he was, being gracious and lovely. And then she said, "I love all your films, especially that one you did with the sundial." Oh no. Yes, and he was completely confused. He's thinking, sundial? What sundial? And then she starts humming the song, "Tu Cheez Badi Hai Mast Mast." Oh, stop it. That is amazing. He was mistaken for Akshay Kumar and Mora. Exactly. And Shah Rukh Khan, in his typical witty, self-deprecating way, said he just played along. He told her, "Yes, Akshay Kumar is just my screen name." He didn't want to break her heart. That is the most Shah Rukh Khan thing I have ever heard. Just pure charm and wit. Instead of correcting her and making it awkward, he just leans into it. He creates this tiny, funny, memorable moment for her, even if it's based on a complete misunderstanding. It's so good, and it's so funny that Akshay Kumar is the person he was mistaken for, because another big piece of news is about Akshay Kumar reuniting with his classic partner in crime, Saif Ali Khan, for a new film called Haywan. Oh, this is exciting. We were just talking about iconic pairings. This is one of them. Menki Ladi to Anari, Ye Dilagi, they had such an incredible comedic chemistry. They really did. But Saif has been quick to point out that this is not going to be another one of those films. He said specifically that Haywan doesn't rely on comedy. He described it as a more serious, dramatic film, and he referred to Akshay as his elder brother. It sounds like it's going to be a very different dynamic for them. I'm intrigued by that. It's smart. You can't just recapture the magic of the 90s. The audience is different, they're different as actors. Trying to do Menki Ladi to Anari 2.0 would probably fall flat. So coming back together in a new genre with a more mature story, that could be really interesting. It respects the audience's memory of their old films while giving them something new. I'm excited to see what that looks like. It's always fun when established pairs try to reinvent their on-screen relationship. It is. It's like, we know you're great at that one thing. Now show us something else. It takes courage. And speaking of things that we've been waiting for what feels like an eternity, Rajkumar Hirani has once again fanned the flames of hope for Muna by 3.
Oh, the eternal promise. Every 2 years, like clockwork. What did he say this time? This time, he was talking about the bond between Munna and Circuit, comparing them to Ram and Hanuman, which is a lovely sentiment, and he said the film will definitely happen soon. Soon. That is the most wonderfully vague word in the Bollywood dictionary. It can mean 6 months, it can mean 6 years. It is the ultimate non-committal commitment. But look, I will never give up hope. The first 2 films are so beloved. They are so deeply embedded in our culture. The characters are iconic. I think everyone is still desperate for a third one, no matter how long it takes. Oh, absolutely. The day they officially announce it with a poster and a release date, the internet will break. Until then, we just have to cling to these little breadcrumbs of soon. It's right up there with the "Is Bahubali 3 happening" speculation that also popped up again this week. Right? A clip from a documentary went viral with Prabhas, Rana Daggubati, and Anushka Shetty, and everyone started dreaming again. These epic franchises, they never really die, do they? They just hibernate. They just hibernate, waiting for the right moment and the right script, hopefully. Let's move from hibernation to the heat of battle at the current box office. It is a clash of the titans right now. We have Cocktail 2 in its second week, crossing the 81 crore mark, which is solid, very solid. Starring Shahid Kapoor, Rashmika Mandanna, and Kriti Senon, it's had a good run. But it's now facing a direct challenge from the brand new, massive multi-starrer Welcome to the Jungle, the third film in the Welcome franchise, and the cast is just a phone book. Akshay Kumar is leading it, but there are dozens of other stars in there. And on its first Sunday, it's looking to have a really big day, possibly a 25 crore day. It's giving a tough fight. That's a huge number for a single day. But here's the interesting part. The box office numbers are strong, but the reviews for Welcome to the Jungle are not. Ooh, that's being generous. I'm trying to be diplomatic. The reviews have been pretty scathing. Groans and moans, said one. A script lost in the woods, said another. It seems to be a classic case of critic proof versus audience proof. It is the ultimate test, isn't it? The Welcome brand is so strong, and the promise of a madcap comedy with 1 million stars is so appealing that audiences might just show up regardless of what the reviews say. The first weekend can often be powered by pure hype and nostalgia. That's true. The real test will be the Monday drop. Will word of mouth carry it through, or will the negative reviews catch up to it? It's a fascinating tug of war to watch. It really is, and it just goes to show you that there is no one single path to box office success. You can have critical acclaim, or you can have a massive pre-sold brand, and sometimes the brand wins, at least initially. But not always. We're seeing the other side of that coin with a couple of other films. Ram Charan's Petty, for instance. After 24 days, it's being called a disappointment. It just never found its footing. Yeah, and that's tough, especially with a star as big as Ram Charan. It proves that star power alone can't save a film if the content doesn't connect. Same story with Bobby Deol's Bandar, which has officially ended its theatrical run as a major box office disappointment. It's a tough business. For every massive success, there are several films that just don't manage to click with the audience for whatever reason. But on the flip side, we have to celebrate the regional powerhouses that are just crushing it. Samantha's Ma Inti Bangaram is doing fantastic business, and the Marathi industry continues its golden run. Gabat Kund is set to become the 7th successful Marathi film of the year, and Tumabad Shimanjula is already a certified superhit, earning over 150% in profits. That's amazing. It's so important to remember that Bollywood isn't the only story. There is vibrant, successful, and incredibly creative cinema happening in every language across the country, and it's wonderful to see these films find their audience and get the success they deserve. Absolutely. It's a reminder of the sheer diversity of Indian cinema. And looking ahead, the diversity of genres and scales is just as exciting. We have a huge update on what is arguably the most anticipated film in production right now. You must be talking about S.S. Rajamouli's next film after RRR, the one and only. The film is called Varanasi, and Rajamouli himself has revealed that they are expecting to wrap up all filming by September or early October. Wow, that's soon.
That means we are getting closer to actually seeing something from this film. The secrecy around it has been intense. It really has.
We know it's a globe-trotting action adventure. We know it stars Mahesh Babu, Priyanka Chopra Jonas, and Prithvi Raj Sukumaran. And we know it's being shot for IMAX. The scale is going to be off the charts.
An S.S. Rajamouli film with that cast designed for IMAX? That's not a movie. That's a global event waiting to happen. The fact that filming is almost complete is genuinely thrilling news. It really is. And while we wait for that spectacle, we've been treated to a couple of new teasers this week. First up, something that will make a lot of people very, very happy. There's a teaser for Mirzapur the movie. Wait, the movie? Not season 4?
The movie? It seems they're taking the iconic characters and the world of the show to the big screen. The teaser just dropped in Telugu, which is interesting, suggesting a huge pan-India theatrical release.
That is a brilliant move. The fan base for that show is massive and fiercely loyal. They will absolutely show up to see Kaleen Baya and Gudu on a 70mm screen. What a great way to expand the universe.
I think so too. And then we also got a teaser for a new film called Prahar, which has a killer cast. Rajkumar Rao, Wamika Gabi, Jaideep Alawat, and Sikandar Kher. It's from Matic Films, so you know it's going to have a certain quality and edge to it.
That is a cast of acting powerhouses. I'm immediately interested. Put those 4 actors in a room and I will watch them read the dictionary. A teaser for that is very welcome news.
And in a very different kind of new look news, we had a bit of a modern-day filmmaking problem arise this week. Filmmaker Aditya Dar had to come out and officially debunk a viral image of Ranveer Singh that was supposedly from his new film, Durandar 2.
Ah, the curse of the AI-generated first look.
Exactly. The image was apparently very convincing, and it was spreading like wildfire. Dar had to issue a statement urging audiences to only rely on official content. It's a sign of the times, isn't it? It's so easy to create fake images that look real, and it must be a nightmare for filmmakers trying to control the narrative and the marketing for their films. It's a huge challenge. The line between fan art, speculation, and deliberate misinformation is getting so blurry. It's good that he addressed it directly. You have to get ahead of these things before they become the accepted look for the film in the public's mind. It's a new and tricky part of the movie-making process. And unfortunately, we have to turn to something much more serious now. There have been some very concerning security developments concerning director Rohit Shetty.
Yes, this is really awful news. He's reportedly received another extortion threat, this time for 20 crore, allegedly from the Lawrence Bishnoi gang.
It's incredibly frightening, especially as it comes just months after an attack at his office in Juhu. This is not something anyone should have to deal with. To be targeted like this, to have your safety and your family's safety threatened, is just horrifying.
It is. It's a stark reminder of the pressures and dangers that can come with being a public figure. And in the wake of this news, an old interview of his has resurfaced, which feels particularly poignant right now.
What did he say?
He was talking about his family's protective instincts, and he said, quote, "Everyone in my family is like Sunny Deol from Gadar." It was a lighthearted comment at the time about how fierce and protective they are of each other, but hearing it now, it just hits differently. You just hope he has that kind of fierce protection around him. Our thoughts are really with him and his family. It's a terrible situation.
Absolutely. All the strength to him.
And unfortunately, that's not the only difficult story coming out of the industry this week. Actor Satindra Soni, who people might recognize from Lapata Ladies, has made some very serious allegations. This was heartbreaking to see. He broke down on social media, alleging that he hasn't been paid for his work on a project and has even received death threats from the director. The All India Cine Workers Association has stepped in and is demanding an FIR be filed. It's just another story that highlights the vulnerability of actors, especially those who aren't huge established stars. The system has to have better protections in place. It really does. To do the work, to pour your heart into a role, and then have to fight for your basic payment and face threats on top of it, it's unacceptable. No artist should have to endure that kind of treatment. We hope he gets justice and his dues.
Yes, absolutely. And in another sensitive story, the teaser for the new Ajay Devgan film, Chauhan, has sparked some anguish in Kashmir. This is regarding the portrayal of pellet hit victims, right? That's right. The teaser apparently shows a youth hit by pellets, and a voiceover describes it as limited damage. This has understandably caused a lot of pain and anger among people in Kashmir, who have seen the devastating, life-altering impact of pellet injuries firsthand. It's a reminder of the immense responsibility that comes with making films about real-world political issues and conflicts. The language you use, the perspective you take,
It has a real impact on the communities whose stories you're telling. Limited damage is a deeply problematic phrase in that context. It is. Cinema has the power to create empathy, but it can also flatten complex, painful realities if not handled with care and sensitivity. It will be important to see how the filmmakers respond to this feedback. Definitely. Okay, let's try and shift gears to something a little lighter. There is some fun news from the world of reality television. Okay, I'm ready for a tonal shift. Sohail Khan is going to be a contestant on the Prime Video show Alliance. No way, that's a surprise. It's been a while since we've seen him in a major project. What made him decide to do a reality show?
He said he was really intrigued by the unique format of the show. It's always interesting when someone who is from a major film family, who has been a director and producer, steps into the role of a contestant. It sort of levels the playing field. I'm curious to see how he does.
Me too. That's a great get for the show. And speaking of veterans, we have two wonderful flashback stories this week. First, the director Imtiaz Ali has revealed that Jab We Met might not have happened without Shahid Kapoor.
Oh, really? How so?
He said it happened because of Shahid Artist Day. It seems Shahid was the one who was really instrumental in getting the project off the ground and bringing the key players together. It's always fascinating to hear these behind-the-scenes stories about how classic films came to be. It's rarely a straight line.
It really is. And Jab We Met is such a cult classic. To think it might never have existed without his push is pretty wild.
And in another story from the past, Sadia Siddiqui, who played Nikki in Kabhi Ha, Kabhi Na, revealed she initially turned down the film.
What? Why would anyone turn down a film with Shah Rukh Khan from that era?
This is the best part. She said she turned it down because she was already drowning in love for Shah Rukh Khan just from being a fan, and the idea of actually working with him was too overwhelming for her.
That is the most relatable reason I have ever heard. She was too much of a fan to function professionally. That's adorable.
Isn't it? It just speaks to the kind of charisma he had, even back then. She obviously changed her mind, and we're all so glad she did.
So are we. And here's another sweet behind-the-scenes story. A co-star from Bajrangi Bhaijaan, Manoj Bakshi, recalled an incident on set with Salman Khan and the little girl who played Muni, Harshali Malhotra.
Oh, I love stories about that film.
They were shooting a scene where she was supposed to be eating chicken, and for one take, she had a piece in her mouth she needed to get rid of. And apparently, Salman Khan just cupped his hand and let her spit it right into his hand so they could continue the scene without a big fuss.
Aw, that's actually really sweet. It's a small thing, but it shows a real gentleness and a focus on making a child actor comfortable on a big, chaotic film set. It's a lovely image.
It really is. And to close things out, a great quote from another veteran, Sunil Shetty. He was honored with an award and was talking about what it means to still be called a headliner after all these years.
He's had such an interesting charisma resurgence. What did he say?
He said it's all about staying relevant and authentic. And I thought that was just the perfect note to end on. In an industry that changes so fast, that ability to evolve while staying true to yourself is what gives you that incredible longevity. He's a great example of that. What a perfect thought. Relevant and authentic. That's the goal, isn't it? It truly is. And that is all the time we have for today. Headlines to Heartbeats Tuck. You've been listening to Bollywood Deep Dive from IndiaReview.com. Come back tomorrow. Namaste.